Everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with my 2023 reading bookish goals, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to talk about like my personal goals for next year, just keeping it bookish related. First off, my overall goal for next year, both personal, booktube, work, whatever, is to be a little bit kinder to myself, not as hard on myself, because I feel like I take a lot of stress on that I really don't need, because I want everything to be a certain way, and when I feel like I'm failing in all of that, I get stressed or overwhelmed or anxious. And yeah, so that is to say that I've made in the past goals to post a certain amount of times a week, on booktube, or make a certain amount of videos, blah 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 blah, have a set upload schedule. I'm not doing that. I'm going to try and be more consistent in my videos going into the new year, but I don't want to make any firm goals about the amount of videos, the amount of content that I put up, just because the phase of life that I'm in right now with a toddler, with work, all of that stuff, it's too hard to say I'm going to film, edit, post even every week. I would love to post every week, but finding the time to do all of that, finding the energy to do all of that is just not a thing I can promise right now. So I am making a goal to not have a set upload schedule, intentionally. You get what you get, I guess. I'm not planning on leaving the channel anytime soon. I still enjoy it, but this needs to be more of a hobby. This needs to kind of take a back burner to more of the things that are necessities, taking care of myself and taking care of my toddler. So now for the actual goals that are bookish related. First up, my Goodreads goal for 2023. The past couple of years I've kept it smaller at 72 books a year, but as it stands right now, it is December 28th when I am filming it. I am at 98 books read, and I'm in the middle of 2 other books, and I should be able to finish both of them. So I'll hit 100 books in 2022. So I'm setting 100 books for my reading goal in 2023. We'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed. So 100 books for next year. Next up is a more specific reading goal, and that is to read 1 classic and 1 nonfiction a quarter. I read a decent amount of memoirs this year, and I really enjoyed them. I found some really good ones, and some other nonfiction books that I really enjoyed. So I want to make those a priority for 2023. I'm not going to say every month, but definitely every quarter I want to read at least 1 nonfiction book. Classics, I haven't read a lot of classics lately, and there's I enjoy them. I enjoy Jane Austen. I enjoy other books along that same line. Mark Twain, I enjoy those types of books, but they take me longer to read. So I tend to push those aside for books that I can read quicker, like cozy mysteries. But I want to get back into reading those. So I'll probably start with rereading a lot of the classics that I own, such as Jane Austen. just to kind of get back in that like mindset. But I do want to try and read more classics. So yeah. Then the rest of my, well, I shouldn't even say that. The next couple goals, goals are, hopefully going to incentivize me to take care of the mess that you can't really see at the moment, but the mess that is behind me of my bookshelves. I don't know if I was like stress buying or like what happened in 2022, but I legitimately, like, on the floor to my right is like a ridiculous amount of books that need to go on the shelves, and I don't know where they're going to go. And I can't, I mean, I guess I could theoretically fit another bookshelf in here, but I don't need another bookshelf. So I have two goals that will hopefully help take care of that. And the first being, I want to do six no book buy months, half the year. I mean, I'll probably stagger it, but where I just don't buy any books. Because I don't need to buy any books. I have a pretty good public library with a really good interlibrary loan system, and I have plenty of books on my bookshelf. I'm going to say right now that this does not include my Books and Treasures subscription box, because that is already paid for. I have another year coming of that, so that doesn't count. But I don't need any more books. So we're going to try and do 6 months where I do not buy any books. I haven't looked at all of the like new releases coming out that I may want to pre-order. I do know for a fact that John and I have the Brandon Sanderson books from his like secret projects. Those are all pre-ordered already. So I'm not going to count any pre-orders as long as I get the pre-orders in the next couple of days. Like, I know Emily Henry has another one coming out. Riley Sager has another one coming out. Christina Lauren has another one coming out. Ellen Hildebrand, I think. So, like, there are certain authors that I know I will be, like, pre-ordering their next books. So I'm not counting pre-orders in that as well. So that's when I mean no book buying, it's not me going to the thrift store or the used bookstore and being like, oh, I'm just going to buy all this stuff because it's only $1 and it sounds good type thing. So pre-orders I am allowing, Books and Treasures I am allowing for those 6 months. But yeah, I just have to be strategic about when they are. So that's goal number 1 towards helping deal with this. The second goal I have along those lines is obviously to read from my shelves more. But I feel like, I mean, that's literally like every booktuber's goal, like every year, right? And when that's just like a goal that like doesn't really have a like, I don't know, thought out plan, I feel like it's never going to be a success. So what I've decided is for every book that I read from my shelves that are owned as of like basically the end of the year, I'm working on getting all of these books into like documented, so that I know exactly what I had at the end of 2022. For every book that I read from my shelves, I don't know, I haven't figured out the exact like monetary value, but I want to put probably somewhere between like $2 to $4 into savings, because I've decided what I want is really, really nice, like high quality, like solid wood bookshelves. Eventually we're going to be switching this room and little man's nursery. Like this will end up being his room and the office will go back to being in the other room. So I'm not in like a rush to get these like solid wood shelves, and I really want them. And there's nothing wrong with these shelves. Like they've lasted. I've had these for like years, but I just really want like nice, high quality bookshelves. And I feel like that's not something that I would just buy like willy-nilly. And so if I give myself the like motivation and like have that to work towards, I'll be more motivated to do it. I don't know, like I said, I don't know the exact like dollar value per book I'm going to put into savings. I'll figure that out in the next couple of days, but that's what I'm going to do, is work on saving to replace these. I didn't even write this down. This literally just came to me. I think I want to do like a quarterly unhaul, where I really go through and like am real with myself about what I'm going to read. I'm kind of working on an unhaul as I'm going through all of my books now. But I feel like I'm going to write down a quarterly unhaul. That's my third goal towards this mess behind me. A quarterly unhaul. Then the last goal I have, I can't remember who I saw that did this. Somebody, if I can remember who it is, I will put it down below or put it here, had like basically donated money for every book read to like a charity in her area. And I love that idea. And I saw that, I was like, I have to do that next year. So for every book I read, whether owned, borrowed from the library, purchased, whatever, I want to donate, again, probably between like $3 to $5 to this charity. It's an animal shelter that one of our really good family friends volunteers at, and it's like John had adopted a dog from there before we met. John's sister has adopted a cat from there. I have friends that have adopted animals from here, and they do so much good work in the community. They are always like rescuing animals from the side of the road. Like they get animals dumped there. They're very huge activists for like animal rights. And so I want to donate money to them for every book that I read in 2023. Again, those donations will probably be quarterly. I mean, I know it's not going to be like much. I mean, I also I donate to them on other instances as well. But this is, again, just a little added hey, do some good with your reading and make it count for something. So I'm going to donate money for every book that I read in 2023 to this animal shelter. I will leave a link to the animal shelter down below. It's called the Animal Haven in North Haven, Connecticut. They do a lot of really good stuff for the community and animals in general. So I want to help support them in any way that I can. So that is really it for my bookish goals. I've kind of learned about myself that doing a yearly TBR doesn't really work for me, because what sounds like what I want to read in January isn't necessarily what I want to read in June, September, December. So I'm not doing a yearly TBR. I'm not setting a goal to complete any series. I'm trying to be more realistic with my goals. Still challenging and something that I have to work on, but realistic in what I actually think I can achieve. So I know lots of people are putting out goals videos. If you have one, let me know down below. My watch later list is out of control, as I know most people's are around this time of year because of all the Vlogmas videos going up. But let me know some of your bookish goals. Let me know if you what you would recommend I set as the dollar amount for saving towards my new bookshelves and the donation. I don't I'm not made of money. So I can't donate I can't set aside too much per book, because that's not feasible with my budget. But I feel somewhere like $5 or less per book. I mean, if I read 100 books, that's $500 over the course of the year that I could donate towards to the shelter. If I do, you know, $5 a book for every book that I read that's owned, again, that, I mean, that could $1,000 over the course of the year I could probably manage. So like, I don't want you being like, you should do $20 a book, because that ain't happening. But like, is $5 a good amount? Is $3 a good amount? Like, are either of those, like, are those too small and like not going to be motivating enough? Like, let me know your thoughts down below. And let me know your bookish goals, or your like life goals in general. Mine are just somewhat more personal, and I don't necessarily want to put them on the internet for everyone to see. My life goals, my bookish goals are fine. Anyways, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.